And I want to provide you 3 simple tweaks that you can do in your business that will generate more money. If you do these 3 things right now, it will start generating more money in your business, and you won't even have to spend a penny on advertising. So if you want to make more money, do these 3 very simple things, and you'll start generating, and you'll see the difference almost immediately, and you'll start generating money. The first one is this. The first one is to identify and define the process. Managing and understanding the process of how people go through your business is vital to the success of moving people from the point of interest to the point of purchase, or it doesn't matter what your business is. You have a customer or client journey that every single person goes through. I'm just going to do the point of interest, the point of contact, the point of coming in, or whatever that next step is in your business. If you're in sales, it's the scheduling the appointment, or getting them into the store, whatever the case may be. If you're in the restaurant business, people, it could just be simply getting them to go to a website to purchase, whatever it is. I mean, Amazon has mastered this process. People are interested in an item. They go to the website, they order the item gets shipped. You understand that every single step of the process you have to identify if you want to know exactly how to move your customers or clients through the journey to customer growth. Every step of this process is important, and there are certain touch points that customers engage your business throughout the journey, which leads me to the second thing. The first thing is you have to identify and define what the process is for the customer journey going through your business. The second thing is to manage the team. This includes training on each of the touch points. What do they do at each stage of the process? What is your team involved in? Do you have the right people in the right positions? Okay, think of Henry Ford mastered the conveyor belt and the process of moving parts or moving a vehicle through this process, and at each point somebody added a part or put a part on to the frame or the vehicle. That's the same thing that you want to use in your business, the same process. Having the right people at the right places to make the right contact in the right way. And you have to train your team how to do each of those steps. Let's say, for example, you're trying to sell something. And you're a retail store, and you need customers to come into the store so that they can buy from you. And you have a phone call, right? And the customer comes in, or they try to call your business to find out if you're open. Or they look on your website to find out if you're open. Here's the first point of the process. They are interested. The second step is they go to Google, they go to your website, they go to your Facebook, whatever the point is, and they enter information. They try to give you a phone call. Either that call gets answered. Are your people paying attention to the phones? Did you know that over half of the phone calls that come into a business go unanswered? 80% of people who put in their information to your business want a response within 10 minutes. You see, these are important things to understand, because you are losing customers if you miss them at points in the process, and if your team is not trained to engage your customers at the specific point in which they're at. Do they know how to communicate to a customer to schedule an appointment? Do they know how to bring the customer in and encourage the customer to actually come into the store? Do they know how to walk them through the process of purchasing online if they need to? Do you have a simplified process that your employees can follow at each stage of the customer journey. So you need to understand who your team is and put each team member in the right place doing the right job, because if they're not in the right place doing the right job, then that causes more problems. And then you have another layer of management. You need to put the right people into management so they can lead the team in the right way. Just because someone is exceptional at sales, for example, doesn't mean they're the right person to put into a sales management position. They could be the worst person to put into a sales management position. In fact, a lot of people believe that those who are exceptional at sales may be the worst managers because they don't think in the same way. A manager isn't there to get more sales, it's to help the salespeople get more sales, if that makes sense. Their job is different from selling. It moves into a job where they start leading. And not every salesperson is a great leader, and you need to understand that. And you need to put the right people at the right place at the right time so they can manage the flow of the process. Here's the third very simple thing. You already know that at the end point of the process is either, I'll just put one. You have won this person as a customer. And then that's where most businesses stop. They're like, oh good, I got the sale. We made however much money, we made $11,000 today, we got the sale, great. Here's the simple tweak you can make without spending any ad money to get more wins. You see, customer growth is only one side of the equation. You also have to have customer retention. You want to get more customers and keep more of the customers that you have. Do you understand? I'll just put retain. Do you understand what your attrition is of customers? What's your churn rate? How many customers keep coming back to buy from you? There's a couple ways, and I'm going to share two very simple ways that you can get your customers to continue to engage in your business. The first one is to reactivate. I'll just put reactive. Reactivating those customers means you have a process and the team equipped to call those customers back or to text them back and to re-engage them in your business. You want to have a process and a team that understands, look, we still need to get our customers to come back in and to continue buying from us. Word of mouth is the second one. Or reviews. Most people look at Google or some other search engine or even your social media to look at the reviews that your company has to generate more business, but they also look at the reviews whenever they're thinking about going back to a business. First of all, was their first experience going through this process and the experience with your team an excellent experience? If it wasn't, then why? Where was the breakdown? Was it in the team? Was it in your products or your services? Or was it in the process where they fell off? Did you reactivate them into your business? Are you asking for reviews? Are you following up on your reviews? Here's a simple little side note for SEO. We like to talk about SEO, search engine optimization. One of the best things you can do, and one of the things I know Google likes, is when you respond to every review. Do you have a process and a person or a team in place or a system in place that helps you respond to reviews? Can you do it automatically? So here's what I did. This was my challenge, and this is probably one of the worst areas I am in business, is understanding or keeping up with the operations. I don't think that way. I'm a visionary thinker. I can look into the future and see where a business is going and what they can do to hit what they want to hit and how to move their team along to get to that point. It's the operations where I struggle. So I had to develop a system, and that's what I did, to help me manage all of this. Even as an individual, even when I was selling as an individual, I created a system and process for how I moved customers through the journey. I triggered the touch points at each place of the journey that helped me move those customers along, and I learned how to communicate at each stage of the journey. Then I began to follow up with them, ask for reviews, send me more customers, and hey, how's everything going after the sale? Hey, did you know we also have this? And I can help you save a little money on here if you continue to come back with us. Maybe you can set your customers up on a subscription. I mean, everything's going that way now. I mean, even if you buy a car, you buy a BMW, for instance, and you want heated seats, you have to have a subscription for heated seats in your BMW. I mean, wouldn't it come naturally that way? No, not anymore. People are moving to subscriptions because that is the easiest way to reactivate your customers. So think about your business. Think about what you do. Is there a way that you can set up a subscription service to make everything easier for your customers and to help them save money? That in turn will retain more of your customers, and it'll help you grow your business. Like I said, it's about customer growth, customer retention, getting more customers, and keeping more of the customers that you have. These are three very simple things, really simple tweaks that you can make in your business that won't cost you any money in advertising. And they are guaranteed to help increase profit. And it's because I've done it that way. And not only that, you can look it up, all the research. If you do these three things, you will generate more profit for your business. All right, so I mentioned that I wanted to provide you a process that, or a bonus tip that can help you generate more profit for your business, and that's to invest in the right technology. You see, if you have the right technology to fill in the gaps that your business experiences, and believe me, there's gaps. I already told you I struggle with the operations side of it, so I had to create a system that filled in those gaps so I can move customers through the process more effectively and more efficiently so I can get more customers and keep more of the customers that I have. That's automated. Let's say, for example, a customer calls your business, and you may be the only business owner, or you may have a team of people that answer phone calls. But what happens if they're busy, or if you're busy and you can't answer that phone call? What happens to that phone call? I already mentioned that over 50% of the phone calls that come into your business go unanswered. So what happens to all of those people? Somewhere around 70% of them, 60, 70%, somewhere in there, move on to the next business, and somebody's going to answer their phone. What if you can delay that time frame of them moving to the next business, and you can automatically send them a text, and then you can find out, looking at your stats, if that text actually got through, if it was it delivered. Is that a good phone number? Yes, it's a good phone number for texting. Now you can engage your customers through text. So you know this information because you invested in the right technology. But what about emails? You send out the email. How many got delivered? In this case, 100% delivery because you have the right technology, meaning you know your emails are going through. You don't have any bounce rates. You don't have any error rates. Not only that, you can see how many were opened, how many clicked or purchased. All of that is because you invested in the right technology. It's a simple little tweak that if you spend just a small amount of money on something, that's going to give you an incredible return.